When you start off becoming a maker or a woodworker, you of course don't have a lot of skills. And you have these ideas, but maybe you don't know how to get there. And of course, over the courses of months and years, you learn new things. You pick up tricks and you pick up tips here and there. And you start becoming more able as a maker. And sometimes you have to take a step back. You have to build something for you and something that you're gonna be passionate about. Putting those new skills to the test, and that's what I did with this walnut inlaid box with hand-cut dovetails. Let me show you how I made this. So I wanted to put something together, and I wanted to test this new skill that I've been seeing a lot of people on the Instagram and the YouTube making these hand-cut dovetails. And so of course I made it out of walnut. I made it out of this 50-year-old air-dried walnut that my dad had milled back in the 80s. Beautiful stuff. Made the end table out of it. I'll link it up in the cards in case you guys missed that one. So I started off by making a template, a 6:1 template, so I could mark out the tails. So I cut close to my lines, but I didn't go over. And then I pared back the wood with a chisel. And then I use a utility knife to mark where those spots are, so that I can be super exact. I used this awesome jig from Jonathan Katz-Mosey. I'll put a link of it in there. Box, I wanted to do an inlay for the back to kind of give it a little bit of strength, and so the inside was flush. And so I thought the easiest way would be over on the table saw. And on two of the sides it was easy, but on this side you didn't want to be cutting through, this piece. So you can't push the piece all the way through because then you're going to see it. So you have to drop it on the blade, push it a certain amount, and then pull it off the blade. What I've learned is if the piece is a little bit too small and you don't feel comfortable doing that, which I don't, so then if you put a clamp around it, then you can hold the clamp and put it down on it, just making sure that clamp is real secure, and that way your hands are nowhere near the blade. So then after that, I sanded all the insides because I knew it would be impossible to sand once you glue it all together. Added some glue and slapped some clamps on it. And the main part of the box is done. So that brings me to the lid. The awesome inlay lid. Love this thing. So I didn't have any stock that was wide enough, so I ended up cutting down a couple boards. And gluing them together. And then planing those down to give me one uniform thickness. After that, I did the inlay. For the inlay, I did oak. So I set this up with a 1/4 inch bit. I put my fence down an inch away from the side, and then I just marked, as you can see on the fence, an inch from each side of it. Then I just put the top down, ran it until it hit one of the marks, then ran it the other way to hit the other mark, then lifted it up. For the inlay, I did oak, and I figured the easiest way to do this was to take a piece and plane it down till it was a perfect fit, and then cut the strips out. did mess up a little bit, but late game design changes, right? And of course, sawdust and glue always helps everything. I cut them out oversized because I knew once I got done gluing them, I could hand plane them down to be smooth, then sand them with the sander. After that, I cut a recess on the back of it. So that way that would fit into the box and be able to stay so it doesn't move around and doesn't, do anything like that. That's pretty straightforward, set up a fence. I did it this time with a router bit, and I just kept knocking the fence over little bit by little bit until I got the snug fit I wanted. So at this point, I was really, really happy with the outcome. But I knew that once I threw the finish on it, it would just be beautiful. These walnut pieces just have an amazing grain to them, and I'm really happy with the outcome. And you think a year ago, I couldn't make that. And I'm sure in a year from now, I'm gonna look at this and go, this is garbage. But that's the journey that we're all on. And of course, give this video a like. And comment down below what's on your workbench, because I always love hearing what other people are working on. You guys have a great time in your shop.